Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're finishing up the arm, and with that in mind, let's cue the intro and get this going. Now the next challenge for this project. So far we had the challenge of getting the hook compression thing to work right with the rods. Now the next challenge is designing the hook or clip that will work well with the So I'm going to make a few tests on the rods themselves, since we've already drilled the holes. By the way, I didn't drill them quite right. I've got a little bend in the rods, so that's part of life, I guess. That's why I'm having a tough time getting the screws on and off for this component. Unfortunately, this first design failed. I am checking to see if everything fits right and where I need to make adjustments. Because if I'm going to have to adjust it anyways or recreate it, I might as well make sure I know all the problems ahead of time. And this is one of the problems, is I made it too loose for the screw, the 1/4-inch screw. And on top of that, it doesn't fit properly, and it fits too tightly, and it's really difficult to get on and off the clip. So the tolerances aren't there, and I've decided I didn't like the way the clip was designed with the straight edges, and that was probably a better solution out there. So we're going to try a slightly different approach. Right now I'm clipping off those parts to make it easier for me to get the piece on and off, so I can check the tightness of the other components. Well, back to the drawing board. This kind of failed, and I'm not happy with it. I think if I were to do straight lines like that in the future, I'd have to make quite a few adjustments where the thickness of the walls may need to be thinner or things of that nature. I just was not happy with the design overall. I don't feel that it was going to work properly for our needs here. So we're going to redesign everything, and we're going to approach it with this curved design, which I think works better, and I feel it looks better in addition to that, aside all that. There are other problems with the original design. One is the quarter screw hole was too big. Now it's a little bit on the tight side, but it works. At least the screw stays in. The other problem here was the thickness of between the base and the top. There wasn't enough material there. I needed to have over 3 millimeters of material between the base of the screw and the start of the threads to fill in that gap to guarantee the cameras will hold in position. You'll see me working on there. In addition, I made a few little bevels on the top going around the hole to help hold the camera in place. Cleaning it out, getting all the bits and pieces, getting all the nuts in, getting everything screwed together, and hoping that this literally will be the final end results of it. Which, by the way, spoiler, it is, which I'm happy about. So as I work on this piece, you can see me testing the new clip out, which looks and works great. So I'm happy with that. And towards the end of this video, I will put some images of the final product and everything completed. trying it out, seeing how the angle is. Well, this angle I don't think's perfect, but it is far better than what we were doing before, where I had the camera propped up on the edge of a book or a box or something, or whatever I could find to lift the camera up as high as possible. This, at least, it's going directly over me, or over my hands anyways, and there's enough space for me to see. And there's plenty of room for adjustments. There's a few things I'd like to add maybe in the future, where I can have a little bit of a pivot on the mount, but for now this is good, and I think this will help you guys see a better picture of what I am doing. Alright, now let's recap on this project. I know for a fact you can find arms for tripods, but most of the time they're for those larger arms, not for something as small as this one. And the way my space is positioned against a wall and stuff, I don't have the space to be able to set up a tripod behind the desk. So this was actually a good solution for my needs. And I think this is going to work well, so I'm excited to see this. Now, this project completed, that is. Now, with that said, there are a few things I'd probably change in the future, and there are a few options I will probably look into to alter this project a little bit better. And that will be sometime in the future, way beyond now. I got other projects in mind that are going to be more important than tweaking something that's going to work pretty well for me at this point. Now, with that said, we're going to take that clip design that I've done. I may have to modify it a little bit, tweak it a little bit to make it a little bit more efficient, or make it a little bit stronger and fit a little better. But that's not that important. What I want to do is take that whole concept and design, and we're going to move it to the open RC car that we've done already. What I want to do is the cover for to get to the components. I want to make it so I can take that clip on my camera, be able to clip it off fairly easily, swap out to a different camera and things of that nature. So we're going to do that in our next project for the new future So we have ability to actually record the car going from first person point of view. Alright, and with that, why don't you subscribe? If you haven't done so, hit that bell icon for notifications. I try to upload a video every Friday, but that's no guarantee. And everybody have a great night. Talk to you all later.